pretty obvious that the rebounding and the free throw line were the two major factors in the game. 19 offensive rebounds for them for 30 points and then 37 free throws. And we were still, right there at the end. But that stuff became too big a factor in the overall scope of the game.
Rick, that team's rebounding numbers, even coming into tonight, are among the highest in the league, especially on the offensive end. What do they do? Is it their talent? Is it something strategic that they do that makes them so hard to keep off the glass on that end?
They have guys that are very good rebounders to start with. They have great positional size and tenacity to pursue the ball, and it's a big part of their scheme. And they don't play a super fast pace, but they have a good idea where their shots are coming from, and they have guys that go after. I mean, Tari Easton was a great rebounder in college. Jabari Smith was a very good rebounder in college and has gotten better in the pros. Thompson, another guy. Sengun, obviously, rebounds the heck out of it at 16. Capella got his hands on it. The two tip-outs Capella had in the first half, one led to a wide-open three. The other one led to an extra possession. So, the possession of the ball stats are always going to be very, very important.
You mentioned fouls in there. I think 20 of their free throws came in the fourth quarter. What was the breakdowns that were causing you guys to have to foul so much?
Angles. They've got guys that cause problems. Thompson downhill, we didn't do a good job on the pick and rolls. He got downhill. Sengun got angles. He's crafty, and then he gets his body in there, and the whistle blows, and he's just he's a load to deal with. So needed to do better in that area.
I was going to say, outside of, you mentioned Naaman, but it seemed like for the most part you guys were able to keep everybody else from getting going other than Sengun. And what did you like about perimeter defense, at least on first shots, before before it came on the glass?
Well, I mean, a lot of teams do okay on the first shots, and then they get you on the second shots. And that's really their identity in a large part. And it's why they're a very difficult team to play during the regular season, and why they're going to be very difficult to play in the playoffs too. They're physical. They have tenacity. They have individual defenders that can stay in front of good offensive players. I don't know what the turnovers were. Let's see here.
I think you guys won that 16-10.
Yeah, we only had 10 turnovers. We did a good job there. They have the ability to turn you over. So, look, the rebounding and the fouling.
I want to ask you about Mathurin, 25. It seemed like he was able to make an impact for you on both ends. It seemed like you saw some good defense from him, and obviously it seemed like he moved the ball pretty well. Just what did you like about his just offensive game, just stepping up, and he's found a rhythm coming back from the last injury?
Yeah, I thought he played a terrific game. His reads of situations he's come so far. He's made some very good passes. He had 4 assists the last game. He gets to the free throw line. He causes problems. He's really come a long way. And we needed to get him back. We just need the manpower. And on a night like tonight, where you got a tough physical team, he can go out there and get you 20, 25 points and help you stay in the game.
Isaiah obviously had to play a lot of minutes tonight. I think he was +4, and obviously he's in a tough situation. They're guarding Sengun for part of that. But what did you like from what you saw from him in some of those circumstances, especially when I guess Sengun wasn't on the floor?
Yeah, he's just had some stretches where he's been maybe a little unlucky with a couple of quick fouls when he goes in the game in the first quarter and stuff like that. And tonight it was pretty clear we needed him right away. Huff got the 2 quick fouls. Isaiah did well right when he came in the game, and then because he's still kind of in a return to play mode, had to watch his stretches a little bit, but this is one of his more productive games just in terms of how he helped the team. He was the best guy we had on Sengun. He rebounded, he got some steals, he made some very positive plays, so very positive night for him.
Wanted to ask about the bench globally. They give you a lift, and also Micah and Ben play with the crowd, getting the crowd going. What do you like about that?
Yeah, I like it. I like it. You know, look, we're a strength in numbers team. That's how we got to play. And so, you know, when we can get the contributions of, you know, I thought Walker played well too, Mathurin, Isaiah, you know, TJ played well. You know, Potter came in and did some positive things. I mean, he brings physicality. You know, he can stretch the floor. He gets some rebounds. You know, and you know he gets the crowd going. You know, so there's a lot of good things we got going off the bench. So, yeah, I mean, look, in the end, it wasn't our night. But we did a lot of good things. I love the way we started the game with the 24-point defensive quarter, but then to give up 39, you know, that's what we've got to work at avoiding. You know, it's one thing to give up a 30-point quarter after giving up a 24 or a 31 or something like that. When you go from 24 to 39, it's just it's too big a bump.
Can you describe your emotions of being named an All-Star?
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I think I'm just it's hard for me to look at my journey kind of thing. I'm not a look at my journey kind of guy. You know, I just go like day by day. But I think it's pretty cool just to see, you know, like where I'm at. And just looking back, also knowing that, you know, there could have been even a couple more in there. You know what I mean? So I think it's a blessing. It's just a testament to the work and everything that I'm continuing to do, and just showing up every single day, no matter what, working hard, being the best version of myself, or at least trying to be the best version of myself. And you know, I think it's also I just appreciate the support from everyone, like the organization, the fans, like everyone's been hitting me up, like being on the court, just everyone's super excited for me, the coaching staff. You know, I think just for me, it's pretty cool to see, you know, a coach like be behind you and you know, like just like a whole organization just believing in you. Like I can guarantee you that it's a great feeling to have, and I know that a lot of people look for that feeling when they're out there playing, and I'm super blessed that I have that here. My teammates being behind me and supporting me, it just means a lot, and I'm really appreciative of everyone, and I'll be really fortunate and blessed to be able to represent the Pacers out there.
I don't even know if you've ever thought about this, but does 4-time feel different than 3-time? You know, even each different one scaling back.
Yeah,
to you?
I mean, yeah, I think they're all different in ways. They're all exciting at the same time, but I think, you know, every single year is a little bit different. There's different challenges, there's different things that happens, and I think you can have the years go with you know, like it just means something different every single year because the years are different. But I think the most important thing is, like, you know, each one of them is special, and I'm sure my family is excited about it, and they can't wait to just enjoy it.
The game specifically tonight, both times you've played them, they've just dominated the boards. What do they do so well that makes you guys struggle in that way in the possession?
Yeah, they crash. They have a lot of guys that's athletic, and they go and get it. You know, I thought, yeah, it's just tough when, you know, you don't rebound the ball and then they get to the free throw line. I don't know how many times. It's hard to win that way.
I know you're obviously not defending him directly, but just for a whole team, how difficult is it to deal with Sengun and what makes him as big of a problem?
Yeah, I mean, I think he uses his body well, spins. He has a great touch. Yeah, it was just you know, he was just tough coverage out there, and he had it going, and he wasn't missing anything. I mean, I don't know how many free throws he got, but 18, yeah, too much.
What did you guys feel like you did, sort of, other than on him, what did you guys feel like you did as far as before the rebounding defense, basically, in terms of just keeping the other guys? I mean, everybody
Yeah, I thought our defense was okay until, you know, like they got a rebound almost every other time, and got to get, you know, 2-3 shots, you know, so it's like, it's tough. I think our initial defense is solid, but, you know, it's not a good defense if you don't get a rebound, right? So we got to finish it.
With you know, to go back to the consistency, talking about what you've done leading into All-Stars, I think there was 10 in a row that you've had 20 plus. So just what's that say to you just about the consistency that you managed to maintain over the course of all this?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think obviously, like I'm a win guy, you know, so it's hard to try to look at myself and be like, oh, you're doing okay, but it's like we're not winning games, so it's hard. But to me, I think I've just grown so much as a player, just in terms of just coming in every single day, no matter what's happening. You know, like I'm getting ready. You know, I'm getting treatment. I'm working every day. Like I'm just dialed into going out there doing my job every single day, no matter what. And like I always say, it's gonna be some days where it's not pretty. It's gonna be some days where it's gonna look good. I just don't even care about that. I just care about the process of everything and making sure that I show up every single night. And yeah, I think once you start getting into that kind of rhythm, and just knowing that no matter what, I'm just gonna keep it about the process. Like I could really care less about the results.
I think Isaiah hadn't played a lot in the last couple games with the small lineup. He comes out today and plays 25. It seemed like he was your guys' best option on Sengun. Just what impressed you about what he did tonight, and also just how he's hung in there, considering
Yeah.
coming back from the injury.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's hard. It's tough. I'm sure he's frustrated. You know, you have injuries like the way you know Achilles, and then you come back, and then you're trying to get in the rhythm, and then you have concussion. Like there's a lot of things that's happening. But he's hanging on in there and like just fighting through it. And like you said, today was active. And played well for us. At least was, you know, giving Sengun a fight. And he just got to keep it going, you know, like keep going, keep fighting, keep working through the injuries and getting back to it, and you know, hopefully he gets his best.
Pascal, want to come back on the dunk in the third quarter was a big momentum shift, and you celebrated with the crowd. It was like maybe your way to share with them your selection to the All-Star. Can you walk me through that moment?
No, it wasn't that, but I think they're just making fun of me because I haven't really been dunking, so I don't think it was like a celebration moment. I mean, it was a cool moment, but I think my team is just making fun of me, basically, saying that I don't dunk anymore. But you know, glad we got a little dunk in there, got a little salmon, and the crowd was happy, and yeah, hopefully, you know, I wish we would have won, but hey, I just take it, you know.
Ben, what makes that team so tough for you guys to match up with? Whether that the rebounding was a problem, that's something they're very good at. You guys fouled them a lot in the fourth quarter. What challenges did you feel like you guys struggled with tonight?
I mean, I think overall they're a very big crash team. You know what I'm saying? So they're pretty good, obviously. Again, in rebounds, and I feel like it pretty much hurt us
You guys
in the fourth quarter.
You guys seem pretty cordial post game, but what happened in that moment with Sengun when you guys both got
No,
tagged?
just tough love, man. I'm a competitor. He's a competitor, and you just keep moving.
You've had multiple assists these last couple games, hitting the glass as well on top of your scoring. Do you feel, now that you've played a couple games back from injury, how are you feeling out there? Do you feel like you're getting more involved than just in a scoring way that is positive for the team?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I just go out there and I just do what's asked, man. I'm trying to help my team win, and if it's to pass the ball to make the extra pass and play make for my teammates, then I'll do it. If it's scoring the ball down the stretch, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? It's my greatest gift. So I'm just trying to do what's good for my teammates.
Keeping on that point, I think Rick just said that you've grown so much in terms of your ability to make reads. How are you seeing that, basically? How do you feel like you're...
Why you smiling, man?
I don't know. You
Why
you
said
smile
that?
first. You
Oh,
always
God.
get...
You funny, man.
You get me first every time.
Well, I appreciate the compliments. You know, it's definitely something that I've been working on the past few years, especially this year. You know what I'm saying? Just having a bigger opportunity. Unfortunately, the injuries is part of the game. But while doing a rehab and while being on the bench, I've been able to ask more questions and just grow my game a lot more. So looking forward just to improve every single day, man.
What's it been like trying to get the rhythm back as you've been getting back into this? I mean, like you had some run-up time to get used to this, but I mean, what's been the sort of return to play been like for you?
I think that I mean the I wouldn't say the hardest, but the toughest way to come back from injury is to not mess up what the guys are doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like guys, if one man goes down, then another man's gonna step up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not the kind of guy to like not want the best of my teammate. I'm always gonna, whoever it is on the team, I'm always gonna like show the love and show the support and always be there, cheering for him. So just not coming back and try to mess up the rhythm of the team.
Has it? I mean, they obviously moved lineups around. Obviously, they were playing with a small lineup up until tonight. Has it been an adjustment to get used to? Has the flow been a little bit different just in terms of who's out there and how the lineups have been? Has it been a different kind of flow to get into than maybe previous times when you come back from injury?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, this year has been a very, very special year. We got a lot of guys, that weren't playing a lot last year, playing more minutes this year, developing. So I'm not even trying to I don't consider this a rebuild year. It's pretty much just a year that, we get to experience and get to go out there and play, with each other and improve. So.
Trade deadline's coming up on Thursday.
Well, you smiling again, bro.
You started too. You did the same time I did.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you can't talk about anything that anything specific, but I guess how are you feeling going into it? Obviously, as somebody with a contract that's due to expire at the end of the year.
I think that I could go two ways about it. I can be stressed and worried about anything. I just feel like stress only comes from when you're not ready for situations. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's pretty much just keeping my head down, keep working, man. You know what I'm saying? If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I'm here to work.
Ben, since you returned from injury, you're shooting 50, 45, 93. Is there something?
Say it one more time.
Shooting 50, 45, 94.
Dang.
Is there something clicking? Is that the thumb feeling better, or is it?
I'm definitely feeling better. The air as well. I feel like the air is pretty good. The Indiana here. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. I mean, I played Atlanta felt pretty good in the first half. Second half, they probably opened a few doors, but you know what I'm saying? It's part of the game.